What's up, boxing people? I wanted to throw out my picks for December the 13th, the last big boxing weekend of 2014. So let me do that really quick. In the first match that I'm interested in, and there are several airing this weekend, it's Tim Bradley versus Diego Chavez. I think this is a huge mismatch. Although Chavez can punch a little bit, Tim Bradley is going to be faster, has the better boxing skills, foot speed, hand speed, and all that stuff. So look for Bradley to walk away with a very boring and predictable unanimous decision. Now on the other side of the fence at Showtime, they have Amir Khan versus Devin Alexander. Now I'm not so much interested in this fight because I'm a fan of either guy. Although I used to like Amir Khan, that's past, and I've never liked Devin Alexander mainly because he can't punch his way out of a wet fucking paper bag. Now that all said and considered, I'm interested in this fight because the outcome will tell us who's most likely to fight Floyd Mayweather in the spring. And I kind of hope Alexander wins just because he's completely unmarketable to even the boxing hardcore. So that would just make things much more difficult for Showtime, Al Heyman, and Floyd Mayweather. Not that Amir Khan is any more marketable, especially with his recent performances, but he's a bigger name. So all that being said and considered, I think Amir Khan wins this fight handily and wins by unanimous decision. Now the Amir Khan of old, I would predict wins this fight by knockout, but under the tutelage of Virgil Hunter, I see a lot of holding, disengaging, running, and moving by Amir Khan. Though I think he'll still be the busier and more aggressive fighter on Saturday. Now, the other fight I am interested in is Matt Korobov versus Andy Lee. That fight I don't see being incredibly exciting while it's happening, but again, like Khan versus Alexander, the implications of the outcome of that are far more interesting than the fight itself. The winner could potentially face Gennady Golovkin for the middleweight championship. Probably not immediately, but maybe in late 2015, and maybe even early 2016. It's hard to say. I don't know what Golovkin has on his plate past February 21st. Now that said, a lot of folks are picking Matt Korobov to win because he can crack a little bit with both hands. But in the last few fights I've seen him in, he's incredibly economical, and that's being generous. He's doesn't punch a lot. His output sucks, and he's just flat-footed and kind of stands there. I think Andy Lee has the power in both hands to stop Korobov or at least keep him away. And even though Andy Lee's really shop-worn and just kind of shot, I think he'll walk away with the victory, probably by, I would say, majority decision. But there's always a possibility of a knockout from either guy in this fight. Yeah, but look for Andy Lee to win it fairly handily. Oh, and I also forgot the Keith Thurman versus Leonard Bundu fight. And I'm a pretty big Keith Thurman fan, but given the fact that he's an Al Heyman fighter and fights twice a year, and he's being put in with Leonard Bundu, I mean, come on, Bundu? I mean, this is a complete mismatch. I think that Keith Thurman is probably going to win by knockout early. Maybe it goes 5 rounds at the most. I'm excited to watch it because it's Keith Thurman, but at the same time, the outcome's totally predictable. So there's my picks for the last major fight card of 2014. See you next year.